now we're going to move on to our last segment of the evening, which is the tea. I love me some tea. I said I got to get some tea up here and pour me a little tea cup. But, so let's start with this. So this week's tea is going to cover a couple of different topics, and the first thing I just kind of want to know from you, so we're coming off of the weekend of all of these interviews with the mistresses of Donald Trump and all that kind of stuff.
The messiest weekend.
It's been 2018. And I said, poor Melania, thank goodness. I said, bless her heart, she is just, I'm going to stay out of it. But I think she should.
I think one of them going to blow the whistle.
So now tell me, what do you think about this situation? Do you think that we really need to know, like, beyond the possibility that they have used campaign funds to pay for the silence of this young lady, do you think that we really need to know?
The petty part of me, yes.
Okay.
Because Bill Clinton. Mm-hmm. And let me tell you something. If Barack Obama had even blinked at another female, so that part of me is like, yes,
but
the
difference is Bill Clinton did it while he was in the seat.
This is true. Either way, they made such a big deal out of it regardless. So I'm like, from that perspective, tell it all.
Okay.
But other than that, I don't care. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I think this has nothing. We have bigger issues.
And that's,
you know what I mean?
That's how I feel.
I feel like that's America now.
I shudder to say, I enjoy it, because I'm a consumer of all things that, just are going on. So I can sit and watch, CNN, MSNBC all day long because it's like, feed it to me. So I've been enjoying to see how it's going to play out. But then as I sat back and thought, I was like, is it really necessary for us to know whether or not they actually had an affair? Because my thing is, when you look at what is taking place, apparently something has happened, because if your lawyer paid her to be quiet, there's something going on.
See, and I think this is one of those things that falls under the category. My thought process for everything is, let's get to so now what? So is this going to affect anything? Right. Because if it's not, I don't care. Like, I don't watch the news like that anymore, because I feel like they don't talk. I'm not for all the messy stuff. I feel like, what are y'all hiding? That's how I feel. What's really going on? Because it's so many games played now in the media with television that it's like, I side eye everything. But I just feel like they would have dragged Uncle Barack. So drag Donald. That's why I said the petty part of me, drag him, spill it.
Okay, so now let me ask you this: do you think Melania knew about these relationships?
Melania does not like him. Because she doesn't? Yes, she knew.
You think she knew?
She knew when she made him. She knew. She knows. That's why I said she's going to be the one. Girlfriend is sitting back. Right, collecting notes. Like, I feel like she's going to be the one to blow the whistle on everything.
Do you think so?
I do.
Well, I think, I heard something.
They underestimate her.
There was something I forget, I think it was CNN I was listening to this weekend, and they played a clip of her from the beginning. And when they were asking her questions about him, she said, now, the one thing, about us is, I allow him to be him. He allows me to be me.
Translation.
Right.
Translation. Cut the check.
Oh, right. That's it.
She already knows. Keep me laced, and I'm gonna be quiet.
And
like, I don't care.
And I'm good.
So I feel like she knows, and I hate. Forgive me. She knew when she married him. You know what I mean? So
and that was the thing. Now, because I don't know if you've heard in either one of the interviews, they both said, the way that he portrays himself in public, with the grab and all that kind of stuff, he wasn't that way with them. So the young lady, not Stormy Daniels, I'm trying to think of the other one. Yes, she said, you know, it was like almost like a relationship.
Oh, stop it, girl.
You know, it was.
Girl, you know. Take it, you gonna take your point and shut up.
It was a relationship. When they went out, he always had his arm on her back or by her waist. He treated her so well. She loved her some Donald.
Mm-hmm. So why is she talking now then?
Well, see, that's the interesting question. That's the interesting question. To be continued.
That money dried up.
To be continued. Okay, so let's see. Why do you think in the wake of all of that was going on in the city? So this weekend, for those who don't know, was the Never Again rally, march, you know, and all that going on in response to the students of Parkland High School in Florida. Well, it's not Parkland High School. I forget the name of the high school, but it's in Parkland, Florida. So they started that whole thing. They came up with this rally, the march, and, you know, why do you think that he decided to leave town with something so... I don't even know.
It doesn't directly affect him.
It doesn't affect him.
Like, he doesn't. Well, first, he's not a politician. So outside of the word games and just like the qualification as far as education, he doesn't think community-wise. You know, even the worst politician has a community mindset.
Right.
He doesn't care. So that's why I'm like, they keep pointing out things about him that he's been the same person since day one. You all thought that because he got sworn into office that was going to change.
Well, they thought that he was going to become presidential.
I don't know why. That's why I said one thing, and this is probably, if I'm famous one day, this is going to get so twisted. But that's the thing that tickles me the most about him is he said he wanted to do it and he did it. That's the only thing I can say. I can respect that mindset. But outside of that, him winning the presidency was the last thing I needed to push my confidence over. I can do anything. This man is the president. He has a terrible weave. You understand what I'm saying?
Wait a minute.
And he's the president of the United States because he wanted to be.
Right.
Period. However he got it, whatever the case. So I'm like, people keep expecting him to morph into this. He's not that. Of course he left. He's spent more than I think President Obama spent his whole campaign on vacations already.
Yes, so far.
So I'm like, why y'all acting like you don't know this man? He's gonna keep going.
Right.
I mean, what they...
Wait, sidebar, and I got to bring this. We're running out of time, but I got to bring this in. Did you see when he was going up the stairs?
And it was waving. Baby.
I thought I would die when I said
where's his adhesive?
Okay, what is going on?
That thing got the flapping. He didn't even blink.
I said, oh my gosh. They did him dirty. And the camera was pointed right at him. They said, now watch. Exactly. I thought that was hilarious. All right, so tell us how, if those who would like to visit you at the Green Room or like set up an appointment, how can they reach out to you?
Oh, my Instagram is thegreenroom_TGR Beauty. And yeah, everything is there. Okay. I have a website, tgrbeauty.com. You can also go there to book appointments, but the same information is both places.
Okay, sounds fabulous. So thank you so much for joining us this evening here on Sheer Chat with another one of my fun gals, Miss Tinea Porter of the Green Room right here in Washington, D.C. Let's see. I can give you all my stuff. You know, I'm Rashawn, the Red Chair by Rashawn here in Washington, D.C. The website is www.theredchr.com. My Instagram is the_red_chr_CEO. You know, the Sheer Chat stuff, that's all going to be posted. So you have all that stuff if you want to reach us for appointments. I'm so happy to finally have you here.
Yeah, this was fun.
And I look forward to having you back when we do.
I'll be back.
The reunion. The reunion.
The reunion tour.
Exactly. So thanks again for coming. Thank you all for joining. And we look forward to seeing you next week right here on Sheer Chat.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.